get this money from? Money. Man. Money. Money.
Innovation family, what is up? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video from Innovation Property Atlanta. Just here talking about this Turo game, rental car game, side hustles, ways we all can make money together, lose money together, and try to understand this rental car game. I'm just playing about losing money together. I want you guys to make as much money as possible, but I'm here to put you guys on the game. Today's reaction video is from my guy, Super Speeder Rob. But before we jump to his video, remember to always like my video. If you guys don't mind, subscribe to my channel. Refer me out. Anybody know that's interested in learning more about the rental car game, and hit that notification button so you guys are alerted when new videos drop out by me. So today's reaction video is from my guy, Super Speeder Rob. Super Speeders Rob, actually. He's over in the NYC area in New Jersey. He rents out exotic cars from Lambos, Corvettes, Ferraris. He's been doing it for a long time. One of the OGs in the rental car game. So I want you guys to, hit his channel and check him out. And we'll jump into this video today, talk about his experience with Turo and why he rents from Turo and doesn't like Turo and likes Turo. So without further ado, let's jump into Rob's video and get his take.
Rob Ferretti here, and you know me, I'm a rental car guy, and I'll tell it like it is. And I've
All
seen
right,
a
Rob,
lot
let's get
more
into it.
people starting to come
Here
to
we
me
go.
with issues with Turo, right? Like, hey, I've got 8 cars on Turo, but I want to move off of Turo. Everybody always wants to move off of Turo. And it's because they're greedy, right? Like, they don't recognize that Turo provides their clients. And they're like, well, I want to move off of Turo. And I always tell them, wait, where you're going to get your clients from. Like, nobody's just going to know that you have a car for rent, and nobody's looking for you because they're going to go the easy avenue, which is Turo. They've spent all this money investing in having people look for that through them as an avenue to get a car for rental. So you either have to be on the platform and pay them their fee, or there's no magic here. Like, people aren't going to just come like knocking on your door. You're going to have to pay money to advertise to be placed in front of the people looking to rent cars. So it's not really a win-win, whether you're paying it to Turo or you're paying it to advertise. There are other costs associated and other risks associated with being off of Turo. Turo provides insurance to the renters, so you're sort of covered. Is it the best insurance? I don't know. But it does provide something where you may not have commercial auto liability insurance or auto insurance while your car is operated. You have to become a company. Right now, you can rent your own car. You should be telling your insurance carrier that you're renting it on Turo, but if you don't, it's generally, who knows if it's the end of the world or not. But it does give them an out if they find out. But if Turo, the only time you'd ever get to your insurance is if something crazy happens, or if Turo's insurance for some reason doesn't pick it up and you look to make a claim. Anyway, me discussing Turo over the years and renting Turo may have gotten me shadow banned on Turo, because I've tried to rent Turo cars like once or twice, and I'll do it if I'm traveling somewhere and there's no good rental cars, or like I'm doing my trip in Napa Valley coming up in 2 weeks, and I was like, all right, I'll just ship my Ferrari out there. And then the cost to ship the car is only a 4 nights, so 5-day trip, 4 nights. The cost to ship it out there is almost $3,000, right? It's $1,500 each way.
Yeah, that's pretty
or
pricey.
$1,450 each way because I'm shipping multiple cars. I said, but okay, for $3,000 to put it on the transporter, maybe I'll just look what it costs to rent a car over there. And there's no good rental options that are one way from San Francisco to Las Vegas. But then I start looking and I'm like, let me go check Turo. And so I go to Turo, I search my dates, and people must be getting pretty desperate because you can get some pretty decent cars very cheap. Like, here's a guy offering for an estimated total, and I don't like how Turo does this, and this could be why I'm shadow banned, because I am ever critical of what they do good and what they do bad, right? Like, if they do something good, I'll tell you. If they do something bad, I'll tell you. But then they have every right to then choose not to rent to me. But it's weird because if you look at my Turo rating is actually very good. My Turo rating is 12 trips.
Okay, Rob has a 5. Good for you, buddy.
But fast forward, here I am trying to rent a car, and I'm trying to rent a car from San Francisco returning to Vegas isn't possible. So I was like, you know what? I'll stay the extra 2 days. I'm going to be filming a class with Lucky Lopez out in Las
What's up,
Vegas.
Lucky? Shout out to
after
Lucky
adventure
Lopez.
drives, and then I'm going to be driving the
So
car that I'm renting
round
on
trip from
Turo
San Fran
back
to
to
Vegas, back to
returning.
Vegas. I
And the
mean,
cost
San
for
Fran to
that was
Vegas, back to
surprisingly
San Fran.
cheap because people
What you
must
gonna
be
rent,
getting
Rob?
pretty desperate. I looked and I found Corvettes, for example, for
Uh-oh.
my dates for a
Uh-oh.
week. Select make, Chevrolet, vehicle model, Corvette. Here's a guy who has $707 as an estimated total, $101 a day for a C8 Corvette. I mean, granted,
That
this is a 2020,
crazy.
like mine's a 2023 over there.
Doesn't
Here's
matter.
another guy,
Crazy.
2023 C8 Corvette Targa, $135 a day.
Crazy. That's
I get
ridiculous.
$649 a day for that. Now, granted, I have significantly better services. I'm sure this.
Let's talk about that for 1 second, guys. We're not going to just glance over that, but Rob said he charges $649 for his C8 Corvette. These guys out in Cali in the San Francisco area are charging $135, $105. I think he mentioned also for one guy for a C8 Corvette. This is why, you know, I don't talk too much about the C8 because really it's not really a great car for Turo because it's such an amazing driver's car, and I love my C8 to death, but it's not really a good renter's car when it comes to making money on Turo because it's so many now on Turo. But also, people don't want to spend the Ferrari, Lambo price tags for a C8, but they don't want to spend, you know, $400 or $500 either. So a lot of times in the Atlanta area, you can get a C8 for $200 a night, $250, $175. That's still dirt cheap for the kind of car you're getting. But you know, I'm just not a fan of C8s on Turo, even though I love the car and feel like it's one of the best cars ever made. But from a rental aspect, I think the C7 will do better bang for your buck. So when you go out and spend $100,000 for a car, you don't want to rent it out for $200 a night. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the headache. It's not worth having to rent it out for 6-7 years to pay off a car, get your car payment paid for. So that's just my thoughts. But let's continue on the ride.
Car probably has who the hell knows how many miles on it. This guy, if I go to rent the Corvette with all the fees and everything like that, just so we're objective.
Yep, that's nice.
It's $1,000.
It's nice
to pick it up and drop it off in California, $1,000.63. Like, that's super cheap, but I have to go to Oakland, California to get it, which means probably stolen anyway. But the fact that I get this car with 1,750 miles. So this guy's literally charging, he's charging 50 cents a mile pretty much to drive his 2020 Corvette. That means every 10,000 miles, this guy's getting $5,000 in revenue from it. If people use all the miles. Think about that. Think about putting 30,000 miles on a car for 15 grand. That's all well and good when the market's going up and the mileage doesn't mean anything, but it does now. And you're going to lose more money than that sitting on that car for those 30 miles. So this is desperation. Like, people be like trying to get these cars out, and there's plenty of Corvettes available here. I'm looking. This isn't the only guy. Now, is this easy? No. I have to get a ride to Oakland to pick this car up. It's not easy at all. But it's a C8 for $1,000 versus shipping my own car for
That is crazy. $1,000.
I mean, I'm pretty tempted.
Go ahead and do it, Rob. They let you.
There's no reason really not to. Although, for an extra $2,000, I get to drive a Ferrari. So, like, and my Ferrari sounds damn nice. I think I'm still going to ship a car, but I think I'm going to rent this for, like, my staff. Like, for an extra $400, $500 to get a Corvette versus driving an Impala. I mean, it's almost like a no-brainer. But back to my shadow ban. Now I go try to book this, and I say continue. I agree to everything. I'll take your 1,750 miles. I will take everything.
They go to Joys of
Yes,
Turo.
I agree to pay. Yes,
and the
use
rules.
my Visa card. No, I don't want any extras. Book this trip, and I get, we're sorry. Unfortunately, you're unable to book a car at this time. Please contact customer support. Now, this is what I've been getting for months now.
That happens.
I don't readily use Turo, but the last couple of times, I've been like, I need to use Turo, and then I'm like, well, crap, I'll just have somebody else book it. My account's not cooperating. And when I contact Turo, the first time I had this, they're like, oh, problem is you have two accounts. We'll just cancel the one or merge the accounts. Like, no problem. Now I only have one account and I'm still having this problem. Every time I email customer support, I get nothing back addressing it or no responses. I try the contact us thing, no responses. So I think I'm like, they don't want to get back to me because, like, as a business, this is a really bad business. If you have somebody who wants to give you money and you're preventing them from giving you money, the only reason that they would be doing this is that they don't want my money. So we'll see what happens. I have gotten no response. I can just continue to have other people get cars that I need. And I think it's because of the videos I've made on this. They're like, oh, look at this stupid car I got on Turo. But they're putting the stupid cars on there, right? Like, they're allowing these cars to be rented on there. If you don't like it, like, this is just honest feedback. You should be paying me for the feedback for your service. If I am going out there and telling you how to make your service better or saying where your service doesn't make sense, you should be like, that's good feedback and valuable feedback. I'm not just going and crapping on your service. I'm saying it's a good starting platform for somebody who wants to get into the rental industry because it establishes that they can take an asset they have and they can make money and pay them for it. But then I'm pointing out where you do silly things. But right now, that doesn't help me because it seems Turo, and I said, if it's just like I tried to log on and just said, you're banned, that's great. It's like a soft ban. It's like a passive aggressive ban I appear to have. So Turo, if you're watching this, what's up? Why am I banned? My user account is Rob F. Like, you probably know who I am, but like, why am I shadow banned? Like, is that a thing?
What's up?
Like,
Why y'all banning Rob, man? Rob's a good dude.
Your cars, you don't want to make any money off me. It's not a good business plan.
That Corvette is
Anyway,
cheap.
thank you for watching. I will let you know
Appreciate
how
it,
this
Rob.
works out. Hi Turo, it's me. You have my email, and I sent you some messages about me not being able to get cars. You don't appear to be rectifying it. So if you can do that, that'll be very nice.
Good luck, Rob.
Thank you.
But thank you guys for tuning in to my boy Rob. So let me get my last 2 cents here, guys, before we close out. The serve from Rob's mouth. He is a experienced rental-car owner. Only does private. He doesn't mess around with the Turo stuff. But it's good to hear from somebody that understands the business on the rental-car side, and then as a user trying to rent a car from Turo. So he's trying to give you both sides of the equation. And he got banned off of Turo for, I don't know what the reason is. Hopefully it's something that can be corrected. And he can make a video talking about how he fixed the issue. But as you see, prices right now for Turo cars from a host standpoint are really cheap, especially in the slow season being winter in a lot of these cities. It's hard to make revenue, guys, during downtime. When it's booming, like in the springtime, summertime in most places, or for holidays, the money flows in. People need cars, but if demand is low, then you got to readjust your prices, and this is what you get. You got basically a beautiful sports car C8 for $100 a day, $125 a day, which is ridiculous. So great video, great input from Rob. And so you guys stay tuned to the next video. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll tap in later.